Five Star Veterans, an organization that helps veterans get off of the streets, reports that 1.4 million veterans are at risk of becoming homeless. This is an alarming fact, but it is one that can be resolved. Being a veteran, I know the process the government uses to prepare us for the civilian world, and it is a process that could use some updating. But through research and participation from others in the community, I believe we can better equip veterans with the tools that they need to become successful. First, we must look at how many are affected and why. The Council on Foreign Relations states that active duty service members make up less than 1% of the population. With that being said, according to the National Coalition for Homeless Veterans, 11% of the homeless community is made up of veterans. But why are so many veterans becoming homeless upon discharge of the military? Well, one reason is because of mental health issues. VA.gov reports that there is a high prevalence of PTSD and trauma among homeless veterans, and the United States Interagency Council on Homelessness attributes this mainly to opioid abuse and military sexual trauma. Another reason why a veteran might become homeless upon discharge is trouble finding a job. In the military, you are trained in a specific job, and that's the job that you will do. However, when you get out of the military, that same job might not translate in the civilian world. For example, my job in the Army was 68 Whiskey Combat Medic. On a day-to-day basis, I would screen patients for my doctor and I would perform procedures. However, in the civilian world, I'm not allowed to do any of that, and my training did not correlate in the civilian world. Therefore, if I wanted to find a job in that field, I would not be able to. You may ask, why should we care about veterans once they leave the military? Well, for one, regardless of their reason for joining, every veteran put their life on the line for our freedom and our country. And even though they sacrifice, some are discouraged from getting the help that they need. Sometimes in the military, you might be told the mission comes first. And what that means is your job is first, and everything else, even your mental health, must take a back seat. But because veterans put so much on the line for us and protect us, I believe that the least we can do is protect them and make sure that they can succeed once their time in the military is over. And that is not completely out of reach. I believe that there are two ways that we can help. One on the prevention side and one on the reaction side. On the prevention side, we can help by offering service members the necessary classes they need to allow their military job to translate in the civilian world, which means that upon discharge of the military, they are able to find a job in a field that they already have years of experience in. Also, once service members deploy, we should be able to offer them the mental help that they need in order to minimize the lasting effects of serving overseas. Another job I had in the military was in processing these soldiers back into the unit once they got back from serving overseas. And with all the trauma that they were exposed to overseas, you would think that there would be a in-depth assessment of their mental health in order to reinstate them back into the unit. That's not the case. There's just a few boxes checked and we send them on their way without even assessing what's going on in their mind. On the reaction side, once a veteran is already homeless, we can donate to a local organization. I personally donate to 5 Star Veteran Center in Jax. They're an organization that helps give veterans tools such as job fairs and interview preps to help them give them the tools they need to succeed in the civilian world and get off of the streets. Another way we can help is to sit down and actually talk to veterans and hear from their mouths what they need help with, what specific area they need help with, and maybe we can help them. Homelessness in veterans is a problem in which the solution is well within reach. Journalist Levi Lady said in an article for ourmilitary.com, "There's no justifiable answer to the question, why are veterans homeless? But there is something everyone can do. It is getting better, so don't lose hope and never stop fighting for veterans." Thank you.